Good morning, everybody. Steve Fletcher with a trumpet for my people. Today is January 23rd, 2025, and I have a very exciting and important update for you guys. This is a Rapture Watch update. We do not know the day or the hour. All we can do is watch the signs and speculate. But I have information for you about January 28th, and this is the information that I want to share with you. Rapture Watch update for January 28th, 2025. Okay, so on January 28th, the moon is going to be in the darkest phase between the 28th going into the 29th. Okay, and so in Jerusalem, this is Jerusalem location. At midnight on January 28th, it's at 0.6 illumination. So very dark. It will get a little bit darker going into the 29th and 30th, but really here we have the dark moon phase. Now this is the second dark moon of the month. So okay, is this a backwards or a second way? We could have a blue moon. Okay, is this a blue moon? The second dark moon in the month of January. And so the year began with the black moon, dark moon. That was very important. We were watching all of that information at the end of the year, and that was an omen coming into 2025. Okay, so we have that. That's part of the equation here. And then we want to look at Matthew Perry. Now, the reason I'm bringing up Matthew Perry right now is because this connects us to the 128 code. Okay, Matthew Perry died on October 28th, which is 128. And the January 28th would be 128. Okay, so we have a very important code that has been shown across the board many different ways. And the falling of the bridge in Baltimore was connected to 128. And I can't remember right now all of the connections, okay? I don't necessarily think we need to go back into that. But for those who have been following, we can see that the 128 code has been coming up over and over and over again. Okay, so Matthew Perry died on October 28th. His last Instagram post was this swirling water in his jacuzzi, the blue hue, and the moon. Okay, so a blue moon on 1028 or 128. And then he said, I'm Matman. I'm Matman. So we have this connection to the return of Batman, connected to 128, connected to the blue moon. Okay, now here's where it gets even more interesting, and what I want to connect with you is the day that Stargate was introduced. Stargate was introduced was January 21st. Okay, January 21st. And on January 21st, Donald Trump, the one who introduced Stargate, was 28,711 days. Okay, 28,711 days exactly on January 21st. Now, 7/11 is a code for 9/11. He confused 9/11 with 7/11. It was very close to my heart because I was down there at 7/11, Donald Trump. And here we have that in Genesis 7:11, the beginning of the flood. Genesis 7:11, in the 600th year of Noah's life, on the 17th day of the second month, on that day all the springs of the great deep burst forth, and the floodgates of the heavens were open. The floodgates of the heavens. A stargate? The gate of the heavens? The floodgate of the heavens? The stargate? Okay. And connected to Noah is a 7-day warning. So the 7-day warning in Genesis 7:4 says, and in 7 days I will bring the flood upon the earth. So on January 21st, when Donald Trump was 28,711 days, he introduced the stargate. I mean, with everything we've seen already and what they are planning to do here, if this is their Tower of Babel, then this could be our 7-day warning to January 28th. Okay. Now, this whole scenario here, I think, is a very telling story in Capricorn, because this is the constellation of the goat. Okay. So the coming of the Antichrist, the arrival. This is a very important positioning of all of this. The dark moon connected to Mercury, the messenger, in Capricorn. The sun is in Capricorn. Okay, so I think this is a very telling story, and I think if we, wanted to get into all of this and find all of these other connections, but this is a very powerful situation right now with the dark moon. It could be a blue moon, could be connected to the 128 code, connected to 7-Eleven, connected to the last Trump, Donald Trump, introducing from his first day in office. If he's the last Trump, then as soon as he takes office, it's our 7-day warning. And here's the connection: Stargate, the floodgates of the heavens. Do you see what I see? I pray you are blessed. This is Steve Fletcher with a trumpet for my people, the sign of his coming revealed.